All right, who's ready for rain delay coverage? Not yet, but there will be later. Let me get the stream on the phone. We'll get rolling. Just want you to know, I'm not optimistic about the weather forecast tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday in Daytona Beach. So, when do you think the Daytona 500 will get run this week? Because I don't know if you guys have looked at the weather, but the forecast is grim and getting worse. I think the second race tonight will definitely not happen tonight. This first race has a good shot at getting in. I don't think we'll see a second duel race tonight. There's weather coming, and it's big, and it's scary. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong about the rest of the weekend, but I'm not optimistic. Tragic. Hey, Lori. Now there's weather coming within the hour. I just looked at. Let's take a look at the radar again to see if anything's changed. Well, you know what they say, if you don't like the weather in Florida, wait a while. But just a few minutes ago, I looked at the radar, and it was, like, bad. I wish this bitch would shut up already. Radar, radar, radar. We'll look at it together. Daytona Beach. Oh my God, there's rain there's already rain in the area. There's literally already rain in the area. It's breaking up though. The weather that's around right now is breaking up. If this band can just break up and go somewhere else. Oh boy, by 9 o'clock it looks bad. So that's at 9 o'clock. If you can even see it. Let me look on my stream. Yeah. That second duel race is not happening. That's a real shame, kids. But for now, let's enjoy this while it lasts because we're going to be watching a lot of rain delay coverage this weekend. I'm not going to be streaming most of it because I'm going to wait until the races are going to start my streams. God, Fox, why is that so loud? I swear Fox is louder tonight than it was last night, or Fox Sports 1. I just look at weather.com, and because it's Florida, I have to look every 20 minutes to see if anything changed for the better. But until the rain gets here, Mike Joy, take me in. Great music choice, Fox. Way to go. I'll be right back. Got to run to the bathroom, of course.
Right here, Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer alongside. As tradition since 1959, these two races will set the field for Sunday's 500. Well, give us a couple of heroes to watch.
Well, first of all, I'm focused on the Daytona 500 and how to win it. And these duels give you that opportunity to do just that. Go out there and execute. What kind of race car do you have? Work with your spotter. Pick different lines. Do everything you can to get yourself ready for Sunday to go win the biggest race of the year, biggest race of your career. I think Joey Logano looks good here in race 1.
But there's also another race within these duels tonight. There's 3 guys in this first one I'm going to get my eye on. Ty Dillon, Timmy Hill, and Austin Cindric. These guys, they're going to be racing hard to make sure that they're in the Daytona 500.
Is that battle going to affect the race among the contenders up front?
It certainly could, because you're going to have to balance between being cautious and being aggressive.
Words cannot adequately describe how fucking tired I am. I'm very sleepy. I had to set an alarm so I wouldn't miss the start of the race because I spent 2 hours drifting in and out of consciousness. But I had the presence of mind to set an alarm because I knew there was a chance I could legit sleep through this. I'm that tired. I'm struggling here. So I have no fucking patience for rain delay coverage tonight when it happens. So if it rains and they lose the track, I'm fucking out of here, and I'll be back when the race starts back. Whether it be at midnight tonight or at noon tomorrow or whatever the fuck. Whenever a race gets delayed tonight, you won't see me until it starts back.
So to give tonight's command, would you please welcome Blue Green Vacations Executive Vice President and CFO, Ray Lopez, accompanied by his daughter, Lily.
Drivers, start your engines!
God, that's not a God problem.
We are ready to duel.
We are ready for the rain at Daytona.
Sunday's 500.
If the forecast stays the same, the 500 will be on Wednesday. Great. Can't fucking wait. I can't wait to have to wait all goddamn week and play a guessing game about when the fucking race is actually going to take place. I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Literally, we can't even start this fucking season without like, oh, it's going to rain every day. Cool. So I'm guessing it'll be sunny literally every fucking where else. Even though actually where I'm at in North Carolina, it's going to rain every day for the next week as well. I am contemplating not working tomorrow. I have not made my work decision yet because my work decision depends on what happens here. I think the first dual race gets in. I think the second one gets delayed. If they try to finish it late tonight, guess who's not working tomorrow? Me. I won't be working. So honestly, if one of these races gets delayed or rained out, I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. I'll use it as an excuse to not work tomorrow. So I'm not really rooting for a rain delay, but that's going to be my spin to make it a positive thing for me. I secretly hope this race gets rain delayed, the second race tonight anyway, so I can just be like, yeah, don't want to work tomorrow, because then I won't even think twice about not working tomorrow. I won't think twice about not working tomorrow if I got to stay home to watch a race because it's Speed Weeks. Oh, I'm sorry. Singular. Speed Week. It's Speed Week. Yeah, the Texas debacle in the fall. You know, I was actually going to miss that race at one point because it was like rescheduled for like the afternoon on one day. And I said, oh, well, I'm working because I was like happy to be back at work and needing the money. So I was like, I'm just going to fucking go to work. And if I missed, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to skip a day at work for a Texas Cup race. A 500-mile Texas Cup race. I'm not going to skip work for that. But Daytona, yeah, I'll skip work. Fuck work. Whatever it takes. If there's going to be a race in the afternoon, they can miss me tomorrow. You're talking to a guy who used to pride himself on leaving school early to go home and watch the dual races every year. At least they waited till after I graduated to make them primetime races, because all through my life in school, the dual races were at like noon or 1 o'clock on Thursday, and I would leave school and go home and watch them. And then it was like, what, 2014 or 15? They made them night races on Thursday nights. So my whole life at school, I was like, oh, I'm going to go home and watch the dual race. Yay, they're rolling for now. We got blue balled too many times last year with rain on pace laps for me to be confident until the race is going. Vortex theory, believe in it.
Not at all, because you can get in trouble leading this race. You can get in trouble running at the back.
Larry Mack Reynolds, who said his 1992 Daytona 500 ring doesn't fit anymore, so he just always wears the 98 one. Fun fact.
Back and watch the dual races from last year. It was like watching a chess match. And if everybody doesn't get the message to pit on this lap like Ryan Blaney did a year ago, you end up with cars torn up just trying to get on pit road. So aggression on the racetrack, aggression on pit road.
Larry got a great pocket square. How's your toolbox tonight?
I kept hoping that I'm like, I wish somebody here would really piss me off.
When you come to pit road, crew chief, that's what I want to know.
I'll let you know when it's time to come to pit road.
Yeah, right off of turn 4. Pit this time!
Here's the blue-green starting grid. Half the field.
The blue-green starting grid. Alex Bowman, Eric Almirola,
Eric Almirola was runner-up in his duel last year.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Christopher Bell,
In his last 3 duels, Christopher Bell, 9th last year.
Ryan Preece,
Ryan Preece
got in on speed.
locked into the field.
Daniel Suarez.
He can race in 2.
I'm curious to see how that 99 car runs this year. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, whose racing career ended on a computer. Hey, Michael. Matt DiBenedetto, Austin Cindric, who I never thought I'd be pulling for to make the race, but if it knocks out Timmy Hill or Garrett Smithley, go Austin Cindric. Joe Logano, Ryan Newman. He's won the Daytona 500, though. Cole Custer, Michael McDowell. Why is Michael McDowell still employed? My pick to win this race is Eric Almirola. Eric Almirola for the win. That's a gut feeling. Actually, no. Fuck that. Let me think. Who do I think is going to fucking win? You can't go wrong. Anybody can fucking win this. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's got Alex Bowman. He's got Kyle Larson. He's got better support. I know there's more Fords in this race, but I like the Chevy, so give me Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for duel number 1. Duel number 2, I'll get back to you.
So I picked you. So tell me how you're going to get it done 3 years in a row.
Hopefully I don't let you down here. We got some good cars working in this drafting craft quite a bit. Get the fighter up there at TJ. And, it takes every piece of the sale. It's not a crapshoot like a lot of people think. You may get caught up with some stuff every now and again, but I'm planning on trying to move ourselves forward the best we can. Learn about a race car.
Yeah, it's got to be
try to get
genuine fuck you kind of anger.
But, tell us about aggressiveness. We're talking a lot about that for this race. It's a
nobody
shorter
really
race.
pissed me off
It's
today.
kind of a dress rehearsal. How aggressive are you going to be here tonight?
Well, you know who's driving the car, so...
Ricky Stinkhouse Jr. for the win.
But, it's just still being...
Enjoy the racing while you got it, because we're going to be looking at past races and rain delay coverage for the rest of the weekend. Truck qualifying tomorrow. There's 46 trucks for the 36 truck field. 10 trucks are going home. Well, when qualifying gets rained out, that's going to suck. Because truck qualifying is actually interesting tomorrow.
Get to the 500 with this one if you can. Or if not, go for it. Our Fox colleague Jamie McMurray is also in this dual race beginning next week. He'll be in the Fox studio.
Jamie McMurray,
But he gets to come out and play.
who's never raced on a computer.
Hey, J-Max, Boyer, you got me in the booth?
Hey, man, I got you.
Well, what are you thinking? What's it been, 2 years since you've been in the car? Now it's the Daytona 500. Are you ready, baby?
I am. It's a little lax, man. I kind of questioned my decision-making the first lap on the track, but after a few laps, it felt good.
So, all right, how do you get caught up? You're trying to learn a little bit, see what you got for a hot ride. What's your plan here? You going to drive to the front, give me leading and left?
Jamie McMurray, one of those drivers that was employed a little too long, but at least he was an underrated talent, in my opinion.
Drafted with this package, and I've watched some of the races back, and it's easy to generate a run, but it's hard to make it work, make the pass unless you have somebody with you. So I'm going to, probably put myself in not the best position tonight and just kind of learn and see, what I have. And I think the other thing is just get some trust from some of these guys. You know that not being here for a couple of years, it's going to be hard, and you have to build those relationships back up. So, hey, listen, don't screw anything up tonight, all right?
Well, I was going to say,
It's either 8 or
since you brought
88.
that up, you're coming to one to go, and I figured, we can probably do the broadcast and spot for you at the same time. If you don't mind, I'm going to stay on here. okay,
Probably
buddy?
8, I would say the number 8.
Why don't you spot for me?
Good luck.
That's a bad idea, Jay.
Stenhouse could win me $9. Well, let's go, Ricky. Oh, Michael, I'm so glad you've come back into my life. Give me a reason to cheer for somebody else.
Tonight is the first time he's attempting to make a cup race. Now, in the only practice session this week, he did not attempt
A Penske 33 car. It's like some iRacing shit I'm looking at right there.
He does have a couple teammates, but he has not drafted, so it will be a steep learning curve at 200 miles an hour. Regan Smith?
Well, Jamie Little, it doesn't matter if you're trying to make your first 500 or if you're trying to make your 8th one, which is what Ty Dillon is doing tonight. That pressure is still the same. The advantage
Let's get this show on the road before the rain gets here. So, I think Ty Dillon will race his way in. I'm fairly confident that Ty Dillon will race his way in.
Sunday at Daytona 500 is one of the most magical moments in all of sports or anything.
I think Smithley, Gase, and Gregson miss out, but then somebody else is going to miss out. You see how slow the Rick Ware racing cars were on the speed charts yesterday? And they're locked in. But Cindric in a Penske car has to race his way in. And Kaz Grala in a Collin car has to race his way in.
In new places. Okay, new places with new faces. Let's do it that way.
They're coming to the green, Mike Joy.
Bell, who moves up from Levine Fenway Racing to the Joe.
I'm glad I'm awake now. I was like literally struggling to keep my eyes open, and then I saw cars on pit road and the pre-race. I was like, okay, I'm awake. So this will hold me for a while. I better sleep good tonight if I'm going to even consider working tomorrow. Daniel Suarez from Monterrey, Mexico. Unfortunately, he brought Pitbull to NASCAR, so fuck you, Suarez. I'm kidding. I like Suarez. I want nothing but the best for Daniel Suarez. And they're coming to the green, thank God. Ricky Stenhouse for the win and $9. Let's do it. I like Almirola, but I think he's a little outnumbered in this race. Because Joe Logano's not going to push him. And that's who all the Fords are going to go with. Green flag. Strong push from the outside from Jones to Almirola. First time in the draft. First time in a pack since October. Jamie McMurray pulls way out of line in the back. I think he's dropping all the way to the back. Ty Dillon pulls out of line. They're still side by side at the front. Pretty even. Both lanes are dead even. Coming out of turn 4 on the first lap. Nobody's broke ranks yet, but Eric Almirola is going to lead lap 1 with Eric Jones behind him. Not Eric Jones, Christopher Bell. It's Christopher Bell, not Eric Jones.
Nice push from Ricky Stenhouse. Rear bumper, Alex Bowman.
I want to call him Eric Jones. Hey, Christopher Bell. Eric Jones back there in that orange 43 that looks fucking awesome. It's a great paint scheme. Christopher Bell. I got to remember what Vince Welch always said. The way he really emphasized that B. He's like Draco Malfoy saying Harry Potter. Really emphasized that first letter of the last name. Three wide in the back. I'm not really rooting for anybody that's trying to race their way in to get taken out. Except maybe Gregson a little bit. But Gregson's in the second race. Ryan Newman, 3 wide in the middle, just where I'm sure he's comfortable being at a super speedway. That's way in the back. Well, they had a line of Chevrolets at the front. You had the 48, the 5, the 37, the 47. And Daniel Suarez, 3 wide. That third lane's come all the way up there. They're 3 wide for the lead, and Suarez is going to take it. Wow, that third lane really creeped up fast, and Fox totally missed it. How? Wow, that third lane. And Suarez goes to the bottom with the other Chevrolets, so nice. We have a new ally in the Chevy camp. Denny Hamlin jumping way out of line. I think he's just getting out of there. Doesn't want to tear shit up. Well, goddamn, he almost hit the fucking grass. Trying to get out of line. Meanwhile, it's Daniel Suarez up front with Almirola, and they're 3 wide by 3 by 3 by 3 all the way back.
So now in watching that 11 car, something was going on. He was running only about half throttle the last half that happened on the backstretch.
I think he's looking at what's going on, Larry. He got shuffled.
Whoa. Christopher Bell and Eric Almirola almost got together. I think, well, they did get together. They just didn't wreck. And now Christopher Bell's leading. Cindric's up here playing a dangerous game. He's got to race his way in, but he's right in the shits right now. Suarez looking to block that Almirola run down to the bottom. Almirola gives up and stays in the middle. It's going to work out for him. Boy, this is really aggressive racing. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Christopher Bell's the only guy that's safe right now. He's way out front. He's going to get swallowed up here in about a half a lap or so. Whoever gets the big run out of this pack is going to fly by Christopher Bell. It's going to be Almirola. Logano's pushing Almirola. And Bell's patient. Bell stays to the high side. He doesn't make a stupid block. 5 laps into a duel race. But he's got help from Cindric. We're talking about Austin Cindric in a cup race. I got to get used to that.
First week for Christopher Bell and now 20.
There's Tyler Reddick. He caused the big one here last August because I remember Ryan Newman being really pissed off about it.
And he said he loves this kid and he said
Here come the Fords. So hold your fucking line. That's some aggressive side drafting. Hold your line. You got a train of Fords on the bottom now. Almirola, Logano, Newman, McDowell, and Custer. We don't like Joe Logano very much, but he dictates these super speedway races in a way that very few can. I think like Dale Jr., Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano, and Dale Earnhardt, because I'm old enough to remember watching him, were the best I've ever seen at just controlling an entire race, even when they're not in the lead. Everybody goes where they go. And there's enough Fords now with all this manufacturer loyalty. They always seem to wind up trained up behind Logano. And right now they're trained up behind Logano, but Almirola's in front of him. Stenhouse is just trying to take care of his car and help me get $9 at the end of the night. Bowman, no surprise, he dropped all the way to the back. He's got nothing to race for except the bonus points. Remember, the top 10 get bonus points in the dual races. They essentially get stage points. Two lanes again, almost dead even up front. Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Boy, if Austin Cindric could get clear of Almirola on the inside, that would be great for him to drop down there and run with those Fords. But Cindric's doing a great job. And Christopher Bell is leading the race and doing a great job. Don't really think of Christopher Bell as a super speedway guy, but he's impressing me so far. He can't get down to his Penske teammates. He's just stuck in that outside line. But it's working out well for him so far. Christopher Bell has trash on the grill. That's the Daytona 500 equivalent of running through the bus stop on the road course and being the first guy to hit the dirt and spin out. Oh, you're going to go to commercial on a super speedway. I hate you, NASCAR on Fox. Christopher Bell leading. Looks racy so far, within reason. Nobody's killing each other. Oh my God, there's trouble. Austin Cindric is upside down on fire. It's racing related. Kyle Larson, whose career ended on a computer, has made a comeback. Watch the scoreboard thingy to see if there's a caution. I usually forget and I just sit here and space out. Actually, I'm not spacing out. I'm looking at Twitter on my phone. I'm pulling for Cindric to make the race just because I know a Penske car is a good car. Cindric really earned my respect over the last year or so because he stopped driving like a dumb fuck. Maybe Noah Gragson can take note. Daniel Suarez got to be feeling good. Yes, it's a super speedway, but look, he's competitive early on here. Rain is about 30 minutes away. Just checked the official NASCAR weather guy's Twitter account. Rain's about 30 minutes away. Talk on the radios. They see rain building, of course. Still a little ways away. Just about get this race in. I hate having to worry about rain while watching a race. I can't stand it. Like, I want to get excited and hyped to watch a race. I don't want to be like excited but looking over my shoulder going, is the fucking rain gonna come ruin my nice time of watching a race? Looks like Eric Almirola's out front now. At least by a nose. We can't see what's going on because they're still in commercial. Now they're back.
Two Fords leading the field, Almirola and Logano. Let's look at tonight's Ford Performance track facts. Ford has won at least one dual race each of the last 3 seasons here at Daytona. With Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, and Joey Logano picking up those.
Cindric was all about earning respect last year, and I'm sure the odds makers didn't take Cindric very seriously at the start of the season last year.
Out of 60,
Certainly compared to like Chase Briscoe, who was winning everything.
thinking about fuel strategy.
Yeah, Mike, I think probably
The window's open, Mike.
laps right now. We're at lap 13. Going back and watching both the dual races last year, talking to some crew chiefs this morning, I think once we get north of 20 laps, that's when in last year in both
Still
dual
Fords
races,
on the
it
inside.
was
That's
the
how
Chevrolet
Almirola's
team
gotten
that
the
came
lead.
first. Okay?
Maybe I should have stayed with that Almirola pick. Oh well.
See telemetry on the lower left of your screen for Ryan Newman. That yellow nub is the steering wheel position indicator.
And the
Full
green-
throttle, of course.
I was just saying, the green is wide open. You saw him just check up a time.
We're a quarter of the way through.
The accordion effect here is amazing. As the cars pull up, in that car you get that big push behind you as he's getting right here. Now watch it pick up. Wah! Then all of a
Wah!
sudden-
Ooh, Joe Logano.
Just constant lifting and massaging that throttle pedal. And oh, by the way, you're
I wonder if Cindric's lack of experience bump drafting, because those Xfinity cars are basically not allowed to fucking do it,
Up like a choo-choo train.
and their front bumper and rear bumper in Xfinity match up perfectly. That's not really the case in the Cup car. I wonder if that could cause a problem for Cindric. Or moreover, it cause a problem for someone else with a bad push.
pretty aggressive with the side drafting.
I think Cindric's showing good patience to stay where he's at right now. He's in the race. Him and Todd Dillon are the highest running
That position.
race your way in cars.
Davey Bell has only 1 year of Cup experience.
Now that bottom line has a clear advantage for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere
Until
you
this
look,
run
he's
is coming
a
now
dirt
from the
track,
outside,
sideways
but it's not
separate.
enough. Joe Logano's an excellent pusher,
Make that move
which begs the
happen.
question, how does he always end up leading these lines?
Looks like he's going to get
Because he's a really good pusher.
bring him along with him. Maybe even Michael McDowell.
I tell you who doesn't like to push Joe Logano, Michael McDowell.
Draft off McDowell to get back toward the front. What does that do for you?
Yeah, you know, basically you're just trying to stall that car out beside you, and if you get far enough back with that front bumper and dump air to either the left rear, right rear, inside that wheel opening, or on the spoiler, it pulls that car back, it gains you momentum. So you're side drafting it either stop.
Maybe that onboard camera a lot bumpier than it's been in recent years.
To make the pass.
And essentially it feels
Cindric was poking his nose out to go to the outside of Bell, but he stayed in line. But he was poking his nose out.
At 96 of Ty Dillon, he is in.
Oh!
The race
Cindric sideways off of 4.
highest open car right now, Larry.
Mike, the two
Isn't Cindric going to run like 6 Cup races or something? It's like a small number, 6 to 8 races.
Jeff was talking about was side
I made the bold prediction he's going to win a Cup race. I said he'll win a road course race if he runs it. That's a bold prediction, I know, because Chase Elliott's like the road course god right now.
It just slows that car down.
Where do I think Natalie Decker will finish on the road course of Daytona? Right in that ballpark, Doom.
Boys, I'm seeing this 33 car getting
34th or something.
lap off the corners. Had a big catch off before that last lap.
And did you see?
Because when I think of Natalie Decker, I don't think anybody thinks road course ace.
He's going to have to race to get into this event on Sunday. All of a of a sudden, the aggressiveness went up.
And I tell you, we talked about this at the top of the show. Austin needs to find his allies. He's got allies out there. The problem is,
You know, if I was the 48, or if I was Suarez, or anybody back there running with Timmy Hill, I would hang him out like a motherfucker. I don't want that slow bastard in the Daytona 500. He's just another car getting in the way.
That's the way they finished 2-1 last year. Those same three are in the top three spots in just a different order. So Austin Cindric has got to go. He may have another chance to begin the race on time, but David Reagan would have to be the first open car to finish race number 2.
And I think to Clint's point, Austin Cindric got...
I'm starting to get stressed for Cindric because now I'm actually invested in watching him in this race, and he's in peril right now.
That's what brought that outside line back, and now they're trying to work their way
DFS,
back
what's
forward.
up? Watching a race, waiting for the rain to ruin the second race. If they can get through this one without the rain getting here. God, poor Cindric's all the way in the back now. There was a big stack up in that outside lane, and they've fallen all the way back.
That window, being the window, opens to get fuel to make it to the end of the race.
And Mike, that'll be lap 23. That would be exactly when the Chevrolets pitted in the 2 total races last year.
Yeah, and Mike, you know, when you're the...
That's a good Larry McNugget.
And you know you got to protect that race car. You try to stay up front as long as you can. You'll be aggressive if you think you got a shot at being in the lead and maybe getting in a little bit safer position. As soon as you get shuffled out, it's game over. You go to the back and try to learn what you can or play the strategy game.
I love the current Super Speedway package, but them big, tall, clear spoilers look so stupid, don't they?
Here's Denny Hamlin.
But that's how they're getting these huge runs and making great passes, and the third lane can pull up to the front super quick. So I'll live with it, even though it makes the race cars look stupid. Did I watch truck practice? Like the last 10 minutes of truck practice I watched. Going to be a lot of upset truck drivers tomorrow because qualifying's probably going to get rained out. So, interesting, Matt DiBenedetto's leading the outside line now. They're about 5 cars back. It's DiBenedetto, Hamlin, Bell, and Cindric way back there. And up front, it's like Almirola, Logano, Newman, and Ty Dillon. Now Michael McDowell jumps up to that outside. See, I told you, he's not going to be content to just stare at Joe Logano's rear bumper. He's made it clear in the past he's not a fan of Joey and not a fan of pushing him on these super speedways. And now Logano sees the run coming and moves to the outside. Oh, Logano, he's very good at blocking. He brings Almirola with him. Almirola stays in front of Logano. Joe Logano, very good at blocking. Does it a lot. No more restrictor plates, but they literally run the exact same way they would if they had restrictor plates because of the tapered spacer.
That run comes so fast, you've got to anticipate it. You can't wait.
So now it's Almirola, Logano, McDowell, DiBenedetto, and Hamlin, and the advantage is in the outside line. They're training up on the outside. I would expect to see some cars on pit road this lap, potentially.
He did a great job moving up, and then he took the leader, Eric Almirola, up in front of him, and now that outside lane is pushing those 2 guys.
But the timing of that block is so important. You can't just jump out there 2 cars in between you and wait for them.
I'll give Joey that block. It was a fine block. He had plenty of time to get up there and make it. It wasn't a dumb block, but still, not surprised to see Joe Logano go whoop right up in front of Michael McDowell. Cindric creeping back into the top 5. Timmy Hill's in the top 10. Look out, Ty Dillon. Whoa, Ty Dillon's way behind Timmy Hill.
We had Larry Mack talk about the chess match that's going to be played on strategy. There's a chess match going on right now.
The train is formed, but pit stops are coming.
Very nerve-wracking for those guys. I mean, at one lap, we're right where we need to be.
Wouldn't you like to see one Daytona 500 with 750 horsepower? It'd probably be boring.
Look how fast that happened. I mean, 2 laps.
But I wouldn't mind seeing one race on the Daytona Oval at 750 or more. Low downforce. So why not? I know low downforce, they wouldn't be able to drive for shit. But I think it'd be kind of fun. Just for one race. So, interesting. Are they staying out hoping for rain. Like, nobody wants to pit and get caught in the back because it starts raining. Because we're coming up on halfway. I'm assuming a dual race would end after halfway if it rained. And rain is coming. There's Ricky Stenhouse, the lone man on the inside line, way back there. You go, Ricky.
Yes, Stenhouse trying to make some moves. He sees, that's the thing. You can take advantage of those guys making that long line around the top because you can shortcut it through the corners. You gain in the corners, but you got to have some drafting partners on the straightaways.
But you get a big run. You line back, get a big push, have this monster run getting into the corner. You're like, why not? Let's just jump down there. Maybe a hole open up. Look, right there.
Gets back in line. Sees that 48 in his mirror. I'm sure that made him nervous because he got wrecked by the 48 like 3 times last year. Don't worry, Ricky. It's a new driver in it. It's not Jimmy Johnson.
Kind of left Newman hanging, and some others jumped from that inside lane to the outside lane, and the next thing you know, he just is falling to the back.
Danny Hamlin in 5th. Matthew Benedetto just ahead.
I think this season you're going to see more young drivers like Chase Elliott step up and dominate a bit more. I think at the end of last season you were starting to see it, that these guys that we expected to come in 2 or 3 years ago and dominate right off the bat are just now really starting to come into their own. Because Cup drivers don't come in and win like they used to. You don't have instant successes like Dale Jr. and Matt Kenseth or Casey Kane or how Ryan Newman was when he came in. Kurt Busch especially, he was really good. It's been like they're late bloomers. And I think guys like Blaney and Elliott and Larson and Bowman are going to have really strong years, like multi-win years potentially.
Are they going to try to come maybe with the Ford contingent? That's where Denny Hamlin and Christopher Bell's out right
Nobody's
now.
pitted
Right
yet.
up there in the middle of the
That's a good place to be. They're going to come with them, Larry. You come in only 3 cars, and they're going to stack the deck against you. You're going to be in big trouble.
22 cars in this race. Nearly half of them are Chevrolets. 4 Toyotas lead the field over Hamlin and Bell in Toyotas. Austin Cindric is the driver in the race-in spot. The 27
Commercial, but they're trained up, so it's okay.
and the number 10 Mustang, your leader.
Armored Armadillo, the leader. He's rubbing it in my face that I changed my pick at the last minute. He's like, hey, I'm going to go up here and lead the race now. Your boy Ricky's going to run in the back and try to make runs by himself. Fuck, am I tired. I'm really tired. Josh Balicki's out of the race, overheating issue, but he's a Rick Ware pile of shit, so it's locked into the 500. Good for them. They really deserve it, don't they? Jeff Gluck says most teams sound like they're about 5 laps away from making green flag stops. Nothing interesting on Twitter. Nothing interesting on the racetrack at the current moment. Hey, did you know I'm in Facebook jail today? I can't post or like anything till tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. I picked Ricky Stenhouse to win this duel, Isaac, but I'm having second thoughts now. Because my original pick before the race, I was thinking, yeah, Almirola's really strong. But then I said, you know what? Stenhouse has his teammate and a couple other Chevrolets. I think he'll be strong in this race. Wrong for now. We're only about halfway through this race. But I picked Stenhouse. Yeah, guys, I'm in Facebook jail. Because somebody threatened me over some jokes I made about Eli Manning. So I just verbally tore this person a new asshole, and then I get put in Facebook jail, even though the guy threatened me. Oh, well. You know me. Oh, the hood's up on the 48. What the hell? The 48, the hood is up. Now that's a very unsettling development. He said it's blowing up. The 48 blew up, guys. Alex Bowman has blown up. He will not start on the pole Sunday.
Can't change engines.
You cannot change engines. You're going to have to go to the back for Sunday.
I feel for those guys.
Shit.
Smart move by Alex Bowman just in case.
Well,
Not blowing up.
yeah, you lose the pole, but I'd rather blow up on Thursday than blow up early in the 500. Now, that makes me nervous as a Hendrick fan.
Oh, you're darn right.
Are these other guys' engines going to last the weekend? Byron, Elliott, Larson, are they going to be okay? Because the 48 just blew up. That's concerning.
Nothing really visible. Well, but there's a big gap in between him and that car in front of him. You can hear Ryan really calling it stuff off of him.
Facebook jail? That's just where they lock your account for 24 hours. I can look on Facebook, I can see everything on Facebook, but I'm not allowed to post or comment or like anything
Well, and how much
for
practice did
20,
they do?
well, till 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I've only got a few hours to go.
Up there dragging this pack along. They're going to have to come in the next lap for
28 to go. We're past halfway. Nobody's pitted yet, except the 48 who just blew up.
All green for these first 33 laps. For the drivers that have to race their way in,
Single file all the way to the back. Austin Cindric and Timmy Hill are in the transfer spots.
You got to execute that really well. I mean, it's very easy to overshoot that entrance, lock up a tire.
Eric Amarola's rear bumper is a good way to live your life. It says, eat what you love.
You got to be real careful locking up tires. Looks like
Oh, we got pit stops coming now. Almirola, Logano, McDowell, DiBenedetto all moved to the inside. Everybody moved to the inside. Boy, this could be green flag pit stops at Daytona with no practice, really. Well, they practiced, but they didn't practice green flag pit stops. But there's the Fords. Almirola, Logano, McDowell, DiBenedetto, Cindric, Custer, Newman. They all pit together.
to the entrance.
Gas only for Joey Logano. Gas only for DiBenedetto. Everybody's taking gas only. Almirola, gas only. Yep. Gas only all the way around. Now we've got Hamlin, Bell, Ty Dillon, and Timmy Hill's pitting with them.
I'm surprised they decided to split it up amongst themselves.
I agree. You would have thought their best chance would have went with the Fords right there.
Yep, gas only for all these guys as well. 25 laps to go. Yeah, a guy threatens me over jokes I made about Eli Manning, and I verbally destroy the guy, so I'm in trouble. Make it make sense. Uh-oh. Austin Cindric too fast exiting. Oofa. Austin Cindric too fast exiting. Well, Michael, those chances just took a slight hit. Here come the Chevrolets, which is why I picked the Chevrolet. Look how many more of them there are in this race compared to the other cars. Not a single tire has been taken tonight. Here come the Fords already. What an advantage they're going to have. Be interesting to see if they can run each other down. These packs.
Suarez also leaving his pit stop. Probably somebody to the outside of Jamie McMurray, which Ryan Preece is there. He did a nice job navigating through that, though.
Spotter had to have helped him right there. Not clear up, not clear up.
I've been, you know.
Yeah, Cindric's probably really going to need a caution now. Almirola, Logano, DiBenedetto, and all those sports are training around Denny Hamlin on the outside right now. Hamlin got way out ahead coming off of pit road, and now this whole group just paraded by him on the outside. He's got to jump up in line, hopefully get tucked into that. So Eric Almirola cycles through as the leader.
They normally do try to team up with one of the other organizations.
23 laps to go in duel number 1 of 2.
We've got one more commercial. Oh, no, it's side by side. We have our first side by side of the season. As we watch them run single file. I'm sure Joe Logano will try to win the race. Now that Cindric is fucked, Logano's only purpose is to win the race. I was going to say originally I would be willing to bet that Logano's primary motive, other than getting a good starting spot for the 500, is try to help that 33 car make the race. But he's in trouble now. And that sucks. That's crazy. A Penske car might miss out on the Daytona 500. But it's okay. All those Rick Ware Racing ship boxes are locked in, guys. It's all good. Man, the charter system's great. Aren't you glad we have a charter system? It's been so helpful. No, it hasn't. Oh, yes. The charter system's so good, guys. I'm so glad we have it. Multiple cars 10 miles an hour off the pace are going to be in the race Sunday, while a Penske car might be going home. Oh, that Detroit-style pizza commercial. Fuck you, Pizza Hut. I guess out of this front group, I'd be cheering for Almirola, DiBenedetto, or Ty Dillon. Even though I've never been a big Dillon Boys fan, as anybody who's watched my streams know, but I got some newfound respect for Ty Dillon. Striking out on his own. Doesn't need Grandpa's money. Gonna make his own goddamn career. If he can. He's got an uphill battle, though. But he's doing a good job in this race. 20 laps to go. 19 to go now, I believe. Nope, 20 to go. Here comes a big run on the inside from Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Preece. They have pulled all the way up to DiBenedetto in third. It's going to stall out. They don't have a lot of help. It's just Hamlin, Larson, and Preece right now. Get down there, Stenhouse. Do something. Boy, if Stenhouse gets up there, you're going to see some moves made for this win. 19 to go this time. There's Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman has become such a sneaky good super speedway racer. He's been a factor in like every super speedway race that you can remember over the past couple of years.
What a change of events after the pit stop. Ty Dillon going into the pit stop was down and out. Now he's back in front where he needs to be. 4 Fords in a row. Pretty sure they're going to stay right.
I wish some fucking JTG cars would stay down there with Larson and Hamlin. Good to be talking about Kyle Larson during a NASCAR race again. That just hit me. I've been talking about Larson during a cup race. And it feels good.
Well, props to Dave Winston and his crew for Ty Dillon because he won the open car sweepstakes on pit road. Ty Dillon is in 5th, and the rest of the cars that he's
Cindric
to try to take the 500
is in 18th, last car on the lead lap, and he's 20 seconds behind Timmy Hill.
His dad, Mike Dillon.
He was my spotter.
Mike Dillon spotting for a Toyota. Richard Childress is going to disown him.
What are we talking about at the racetrack?
I'm telling you. I hit the wall once here. Mike said, I think it's beyond. You just narrowed up. Could go faster. About another lap and a half, I hit the wall again right here in the top.
Need a caution for poor Cindric. He's in a bad way.
Mike, you're right. That crew had him in there just about 4.5 seconds seconds. Everybody else's stop was 5.5, 6 seconds.
Well, that's what I was
Well, Denny Hamlin got way out ahead of everybody coming off the pit road. I don't know how that happened. Didn't really work out for him.
Yeah, that's Mike Dillon right there. You heard. I'm telling you, he's a good spotter.
Jeff, the car I'm concerned about, did they get him enough fuel in it? Kyle Larson in that 5 car, they were only there for 3.2 seconds. That's the one I'm looking at right now.
I can also say
Well, he's tacked on to the tail end of this draft. I think Larson will be okay.
how far he's out of the gas. He can ride
Like that paint scheme. Kyle Larson in a DX-colored race car. That's probably why I like it subconsciously.
You can see right there, he's about, what,
He's
80%?
definitely massaging it, using it when you can, but just try to save as much as you can. You're not really going anywhere. You're in a line, you're in a good spot, got a good cars in front of you with those 4 Fords. A Toyota that's not going anywhere behind you, good spot.
Well, the 48's back on the track.
Out on track and in the race, although he's 2
Huh.
laps down, Jamie.
What was the deal?
Mike, what originally happened is he said he was full throttle and couldn't make up any ground, so he brought it in. The team looked at it. He went back out, and Ellie says it feels fine, but he does have a vibration, so something's certainly not right.
So the 48's back up to speed, 2 laps down. Says the car feels fine other than a vibration.
Between the draft and by yourself.
So the fact that he's still running tells me he didn't blow up, but there's something up there. We'll have to see. If it's just a wire or something, he'll still keep the pole for Sunday.
Sure that engine is healthy for the 500 or decide to pull it out. So this becomes
So
a
they've got to make a decision after this race whether to change engines or not. There's Cindric about to go a lap down. 15 to go.
I love this part of
He's got to get the free pass now because these guys are just going to fly around him on the outside.
How many laps to go? You're waiting for that move. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be me? Where are you riding at? All dictates that.
I don't look for Ty Dillon to rock the boat, make any moves here. He's just going to try to make the race.
I'm glad you're doing it because it looks on TV just like 5 o'clock single file traffic.
It's anything.
So tell you what, why don't we give the folks a little treat?
Oh no, it's a NASCAR on Fox. Shut the fuck up.
Give you Fox, crank it up.
We'll check the weather again after this race. I'm sure they'll be hurrying along to try to get the second race going as fast as possible, given the forecast. Yeah, Boyer's all right in the booth. Hasn't said anything particularly stupid enough for me to comment on. Hopefully he's better in the booth than he was on the racetrack the last couple of years. There's Daniel Suarez to the bottom, trying to pass McMurray, but he can't get up in line. He's got to go to the back. Easy there, Suarez. Boy, I wish I wasn't so damn tired.
To go as they come by.
12 to go.
Eric Almirola has led 39.
The train keeps rolling.
So far, his wingman, Joey Logano, right behind him. Daniel Suarez had a move.
Choo choo.
This would be a great move if you side drive going in the corner, take that shorter route, and then jump up in front of Jamie McMurray, but he just didn't get there quick enough.
He waited too long.
Yeah.
He was cleared up. I guarantee he was cleared up.
Boyer, he was cleared up for like less than half a second.
You're going to do the slide job.
Remember when I said Clint Boyer was stupid behind the wheel?
You can hear him. He really had to bail out of the gate.
That's a fucking move Boyer would have made and wrecked everybody. He's really good at wrecking people in super speedways, Clint Boyer.
Spotter, and he talked to him about that.
Ask Jimmy Johnson, he'll tell you. Timmy Hill's going a lap down, but he's in the transfer spot. Well, not really. He's ahead of Cindric is what I meant to say. Todd ones in the transfer
That's
spot.
a good comment for Steve Barkdahl to make. Steve's been around this sport a long time. I've known Steve Peck when I first got in.
Out of all the guys who needed to make it in by racing their way in, I had the most confidence in Ty Dillon because he always seems to run good at Daytona.
Helping him out, trying to get him a win for the 500.
Just pretend it's July, Ty. That's my advice. He's always really good in the July race at Daytona. Go out there and pretend it's July. Now get us in the fucking Daytona 500. But pretend it's July.
And Timmy Hill have both gone
10 laps to go.
Racing his way in is Hill's only shot to make the 500. Cedric's fate may be determined by what happens in race number 2.
Tell you what,
Ty Dillon is in the spot right now to race in.
that exchange that we were talking about where he didn't fill that hole, put those cars side by side, right before that and to crank it up, I was telling Jeff right here over and over, and I was like, hey, Cedric's about to lose the draft, which he was. Those two cars got side by side, enabled him to suck right back.
We got a bottom line forming up in the back there, and it's pretty interesting. It's Stenhouse, it's Larson, it's Hamlin, and Suarez. And Bowman's a lap car, but he's tucked into the back of that line. And he can't keep up. So it's just Hamlin, Stenhouse, Larson, and Suarez on the bottom.
Surprised to see him do it this early.
Yeah, but look, now you got McMurray, now you've got Christopher Bell. You got a couple guys that are some takers, and see, that's what a guy like Denny Hamlin can create. They know he's fast. They know he's a guy that can win this race and win the Daytona 500.
JD, you better hold on. There's a lot pushing you hard. Look at that. Side to side to side to side. Hold on there, baby. They'll hunt the butt.
Oh, there we go.
And now we have a race because this bottom line has caught up, and now the dominant line is the bottom line. Almirola, Logano, and DiBenedetto saw it coming. Jamie McMurray 3 wide. Oh, McMurray, don't do it. Jamie McMurray just cut the balls off of that inside line. Yep, Jamie McMurray's back on a super speedway. He sure is, guys. Now the outside line is where all the cars are.
Now he's getting there. He's going to have to keep an eye on where Cindric's at.
Jamie McMurray ensured that this race is going to get strung out again for at least a couple more laps. Oh, boy, DiBenedetto jumped out of line. Bell didn't let him get back in. And they're showing an onboard camera somebody in the back of the pack instead of the interesting race at the front for the lead. Thank you, Fox.
Now Christopher Bell's having to hold on tight because he's got.
Now DiBenedetto's been separated from Almirola and Logano.
Now you got those Fords broke up.
And I've got to get used to saying Bell when I see the 20 car. That was throwing me for a loop.
Now there's DiBenedetto on the inside, further back. So now it's just Almirola and Logano to try to hold off the Toyotas and Chevrolets.
Really impressed with Christopher Bell. He's making some smart moves, doing all the right things right here. The red car behind him.
Why do they keep cutting to these random shots of mid-pack or at the back? Show the front. Like how DiBenedetto's got that bottom line with him, and they might get to at least Logano's door soon. Now the run's stalled out.
Guys, I'll be anxious to see what Joey Logano does here. He reminded me today when I spoke with him, the only way he won the duel a year ago was being pushed by Eric Almirola on that team.
He'll forget that.
Boyer knows what it's like to race Logano. He just called it.
If you want to win the Daytona 500, you got to have some
I
friends
think
on
it
your
was
side.
me that pushed him to the Daytona 500 win, and I never got pushed back.
You're waiting for it.
Earlier today, each of the manufacturers sequestered their drivers and gave them the marching orders for tonight.
Of course they did, because it's fucking annoying.
Each of those speeches was, be a good teammate.
Well, be a good teammate. Go win the duel. But if you're going to make
5 laps to go.
Don't let one of those other manufacturers beat you.
100%.
And good luck with that.
If you make the move, you better do
I don't give a fuck what the Ford family or Chevrolet people tell me. If I see a chance to win, I'm fucking taking it. And if I sell out a teammate and somebody else wins and I barely miss out, oh well, sorry, I'm trying to win the race. Fuck you. That makes me so mad when I hear that shit. They told these drivers they better participate and be good fuck you. I'm teammates to a point.
Just need a couple more cars in that inside lane.
I'm not going to lay back and let somebody win because, oh, they're driving the same car as me. I better just let them win. Fuck you.
If Logano stays glued to Almirola's bumper, do the Toyotas have any...
Ty Dillon has this deal wrapped up for the transfer spot, I figure.
If
4 to go.
Christopher Bell in third, if he pulls that line, he knows he's got the 11 of Denny Hamlin. It's just who does Denny have to come with him? If enough cars come, and I do think that they will make the move.
And that's all that inside line needs. If 2 or 3 of those cars been there, that's the hole they need to pull right up to them and push to the front.
The problem is, Glenn, I don't think they're going to.
Poor Stenhouse back there in purgatory. He can't get a run going with anyone.
Ditched him right there. Custer's on his own.
Should have stuck with Almirola, boys.
Now they're going to have to reformulate from the front.
You're in the top 5. You're content right here until you get the white flag, in my opinion. I don't think they make
3 laps to
until
go.
that white flag lap.
Train keeps rolling. Choo-choo. Jamie McMurray ruined all the
Is that
fun.
because if you move too soon, you allow plenty of time for a counter move?
Well, and then who knows what that's going to do. 3 wide. Somebody's going to try to put you 3 wide like we saw Jimmy McMurray do. You just never know. You can control your destiny the closer you get to that checkered flag.
And if you're Ryan Newman, you're in 5th place.
I hope Logano throws a stupid block and wrecks himself and Hamlin. That's my ideal scenario. Logano throws a dumb block, takes him and Hamlin out.
Was it too risky to win this race?
Sorry, Robert.
Is that car going to make it back
Is
yet?
Timmy Hill slow on the apron back there?
Coming to 2 laps to go.
2 to go.
Ty Dillon's got to keep an eye on the mirror. 2 cars back is Ryan Preece. And if Preece passes Dillon, Dillon's out. Austin Cindric makes the race.
If Ty Dillon sees Priest make a move, block. There's Eric Jones getting lapped
Yeah, but flipping over
with Quinn Half.
give you plenty of edge.
That's kind of surprising.
All right, let's go.
We're coming to the Credit One Bank, 1 to go.
It is a big racetrack.
Is anybody going to do anything?
Wait,
Probably
so
not.
we have 1 lap to go. Somebody-
Anybody going to do anything?
Call it, Jeff. Off at 2, getting into 3.
I thought it might happen going into 1, but now
Nah,
it's
they're not
happen
gonna do
down the
anything.
back straight. But let's see if they back it up. Look at
Almirola running like a midline just in case somebody tries to make a run. Oh, Hamlin to the outside of his tail. They're dead. They're done. Almirola wins. That killed any fucking shot anybody had at making a run there.
They're in a good spot right here.
Hamlin got to the outside of Bell and it upset both their cars.
all the momentum away, but I think Joey's still working.
Or is Joey backing up to get a run at Almirola? He sure is. Yep, Logano's going to get it. He backed up to Bell to get a run, and it paid off. He's going to win the race. Although, here comes a side draft. Almirola's going to take it back, and he's got a push from Bell. Bell goes to the outside of Almirola. Eric Almirola wins. Brilliantly played, Eric Almirola. I should have picked you to win that one.
Fun. That was a great battle.
I told you Logano wouldn't just stay behind a Ford.
But I give Eric Almirola a lot of credit.
But that was a great side draft off of 4 to get that lead back. And then he got lucky because Bell could have either went with him with Logano or shot to the inside. Oh, and Ryan Preece beat Ty Dillon to the finish
He
line.
had last night.
Oofa.
Left here after he timed into the 5.
Preece beat Ty Dillon to the line, so that puts Cindric in the race.
76 took the lead with 7 to go. Coming off turn 4. Here's where it's all decided.
So Joey
I noticed halfway down the back, I'm like, Logano's backing up to the 20 here. Pulls out, makes the move, and then Bell shot to the outside. Almirola had the door shut. There was nowhere to go. Almirola nearly gave the race away here at the line when he pulled down to block Logano, who was like 3 car lengths back. He should have been worried about blocking Bell, but Bell never even got to his door number as they cross start-finish line. So Eric Almirola wins. Ryan Preece beats Ty Dillon to the line. Oh, and there was a spin. Cole Custer in the wall.
side damage.
Didn't see that back there. Of course, Fox didn't either because Fox is Fox.
Spun right in front of
Armored Armadillo. Eric Almirola.
Who ended up 12th.
That's racing at Daytona, right? As an owner, got one in victory lane and one on the hook.
And by Priest being the first open car to finish, that will lock Austin Cindric into the Daytona 500 on qualifying speed.
Well, clean race.
I think he may have run out of gas.
I think you're right.
Denny Hamlin run out of gas.
Exactly what he did.
I'm impressed he made it.
Yeah, go with my first choice next time.
Did that thing run out of fuel?
Can't second guess myself. That's a life lesson right there. I was too busy second guessing myself.
Good job, Eric.
I was corrected last night. Eric Almirola is not from Tampa Bay. That's a body of water. But he grew up in Tampa, Florida.
Man, you had me going there. I thought, I don't have to wear this jersey.
How about Ryan Priest, way out there on the outside and runs his way up off turn 4 into a top 5 finish. Well done. From our Goodyear aerial, here's a look at the finish.
You see Joey Logano's backing up to Christopher Bell to try to get a push. That huge run comes. Nothing Eric Almirola can do. He tries to block it. Too big of a run coming from Joey Logano. And right there, that was the move. Eric Almirola get down to that right rear.
Almirola totally schooled Logano.
And behind them, Newman and Priest got a big run on the outside that put Newman into third at the line.
But honestly, that all formulated off of what happened in 1 and 2. It got broke up, jumbled everything up. Those guys were kind of vying for the top 6, and that was the pack catching back up right there at the end.
You're right, Clint, but I really believe when we go back and watch that in 1 and 2, Logano started initiating pulling back, and that's when Denny Hamlin said, okay, I'm going to keep my momentum going.
Yeah, here's my opportunity.
Jamie Little with Eric Almirola.
Some excited fans up here cheering on Eric Almirola. Talk about a domination there, 52 laps led. What can you take from that performance tonight with this team into Sunday?
Just that Mike Ravage and all these guys on this team built me an incredible Ford Mustang. So what a way to kick off our 10th season together with Smithfield. We've been celebrating all off season, going into our 10th season with them. They've been an incredible partner of mine. My 10th
I hope the second duel happens. We'll look at the weather in a minute. God, I'm thirsty. My throat's sore. All this talking. So for those of you who are still confused, Ryan Priest had the fastest speed of the lock-in cars, but he finished first of the lock-in cars in this race, which puts Cindric in on speed.
It's been a long time since I got to sit here and do an interview at start finish line, so it's things are going right for Tampa Bay. Honklin Boyer.
Oh man, Boyer. Almirola just took a shot at Boyer.
Well, Austin Cindric, I don't think you knew how close it was to you making or missing the Daytona 500 until
Well, good for Cindric. He's in.
Close at the line, Ty Dillon loses a position, and based on speed, you will race in the Daytona 500 for your first ever Cup race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, I get the Bonehead of the Race Award, speed in the last.
You know, guys, remember how far ahead Denny Hamlin was when they came out of the pits? Now we know why.
So my guys get all have a shot.
Denny was like half a straightaway ahead of everyone. Actually, he was like a whole straightaway ahead of the pack when pit stop cycled through.
Show, obviously, a lot for me left to learn, but racing on the biggest stage against the best drivers, it's an amazing opportunity.
Have fun on Sunday. Awesome. Congrats.
A lot of celebration here in Daytona. And remember, this is just race 1 of 2 tonight. Some good sportsmanship as well. Ty Dillon and Austin Cindric shake hands. One will race on Sunday, one will go home, and one celebrate.
I can't believe Ty Dillon didn't make the race. Like it's just setting in that shit. Ty Dillon just missed the fucking Daytona 500. I'll be right back in a minute. I gotta go get something to drink. Enjoy the silence. Yeah, much like you, I'm still confused. Is Ty Dillon like out, or can something happen in the second race that gets him in? I don't fucking know how this works. 25 years of watching, and I still don't know how it works. Thanks, charter system. Oh, I love the charter system. Let's go to Ollie for our Black U weather forecast. What is it, Ollie? It's gonna rain! Thanks, Ollie. You heard him. But let's look anyway. Daytona Beach weather. Maybe things have improved. Show me the radar. Get this shit off my screen. Good God, yeah, the rain is like right on them. Yeah, this second race is probably fucked. Just looking at this radar picture, I would say the second race is fucked tonight. At least we got to see one race. It's okay there at the end. Oh, remember, guys, if you're in the Fords, you got to stick together. You got to push your Ford teammate to the win. And Joey Logano's like, nope. Oh, well, Logano did what I would encourage all those guys to do. Fuck that teammate bullshit.
Eric Almirola, the winner of duel number 1. Our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Eric Almirola from Tampa, Florida wins duel number 1. Now,
Where did you say he was from?
Tampa.
Oh. Is it, who won the Super Bowl?
Tampa Bay.
Killing me. I mean,
I know.
deep.
Kansas City, there it is.
Those are still...
Fellas, there's an old saying around Daytona. It's as old as 1959. And that is, if one duel race is nice and tame and orderly,
That was pretty
the
tame.
next one's going to be a barn burner.
That's right.
Here's the part where they hop up the next race, and it will legit be a train for the entire 60 laps. This race wasn't even a train for the whole 60. Watch this next one be single file all the way.
Could have possibly turned pretty wild. We saw some moves and some bump drafting where I thought they were going to get out of control and cause a big wreck. Didn't do it. Let's see what happens in this next one. But great job by Eric.
If this next one happens. They're lining up anyway.
It really came down to that last lap. When Priest got ahead of Ty Dillon, that put Cindric back into the race. That was a big, big deal in an exchange of events that really helped him out, saved his day.
You know what's great? If the Daytona 500 gets put to like a Wednesday or Thursday, they don't have to go anywhere because the second race of the year is on the road course. So they can really fuck around and put the 500 whenever they want this week. It's not like they got to travel anywhere.
Thank you, Mike. Eric Almirola is happy as Tom Brady on a boat. Come on, Clint. I know you want to be on that boat. I know you want to be on that boat.
Sports jokes.
I know you want to Tampa Bay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys for duel number 2. Bobby and Larry here with me now. And really, I mean, we saw a lot of stuff in that race. We saw drafting. We saw single file. Eric Almirola getting it done at the end. Let's flash back and show you how everything went down. 60 laps in duel number 1. Early on, Denny Hamlin having issues. Larry dropped that.
Yeah, it was the only issue he had. He saw that
Rain is not fun.
He said, I got a good race car.
You slept better than you have in 10 years last night? Well, I'm hoping I get a sleep like that tonight. But if this race gets delayed, I'm not working tomorrow. I will not work tomorrow if the race is like in the afternoon.
Everybody goes with him. You see Denny Hamlin making his way back through the field. And we did see a little bit of this right around lap 10.
Yeah, they were starting to get pretty aggressive right here. We saw them at some point.
There was a big run from an inside line, and as soon as they got to Logano's door, Jay McMurray took him 3 wide and killed it, and the rest of the race was single file all the way to the last lap.
The question will be, can they repair this engine? If they have
And the 48 had engine trouble. They don't know if they got to change it or what.
Yeah, he did get back out onto the racetrack, but you got to think that
He had a
this
bizarre
team
problem.
all those guys.
Hey, Denny Hamlin comes out of the pits a straightaway ahead of everyone. Keep that in mind.
Led for 52 laps.
Yeah, you know, Denny had a great pit stop, came out a little bit too early, and we see the closure rate. Obviously, he was not in a draft, but still the closure rate's so much more. And
these Fords beat him up and just kind of drove by him at that point in time.
Yeah, Daytona
Shout out to Christopher Bell for not pushing Joey Logano to the win. He went to the outside with Almirola. I think he was looking to take Almirola 3 wide, but Almirola took him all the way out to the wall.
A Tampa guy celebrating in the state of Florida. It's been a big year for folks and athletes in that state. So what did you think about what you saw? You heard the guy say that they didn't think it was as crazy as it could get. And so what did you think about what you saw?
Well, that last lap was pretty crazy, but the Fords came to race. You know,
Brian Newman finished third.
Last night, we only had, I think, 2 in the
Good for
top
Newman.
10. 3 in the top 15, but they stayed at the front of the pack. I know it was only half the field, and it's a nighttime race. A lot of grip in that racetrack, but the Fords look like they're here to race this weekend.
They always work so well together. Let's head back out to the racetrack. Jamie Little is with Christopher Bell.
Christopher
Bell's maiden voyage in the 20 car.
Christopher, how good did it feel just to lead this pack with this new team?
Yeah, it felt really good, man. To be able to, well, first off, just to be here at Joe Gibbs Racing, to be able to represent all the guys at Duels, Pristine Auction, Toyota.
And how did Eric Jones run so poorly in this race? They never said what happened with him. He lost the draft and wound up a lap down. And why did Tyler Reddick run so poorly?
Leading lanes and stuff, but we got a really competitive camera.
Balicki had an overheating problem. Cody Ware. The 48 had an engine problem. Don't know what happened with Timmy Hill. He had some kind of problem. He was off the pace late in the race. Might have been out of gas, I'm assuming.
Christopher, we were looking at it, we were watching the race, and he was doing a
Let me look
job.
through the lineup of Duel 2, and whoever I decide to pick first is who I'll fucking stick with this time. No second guessing. I will not second guess myself.
And he ran up front, and again, back to you on the.
Why is NASCAR.com website such a pile of shit?
Kind of got up there and mixed it up a little bit at the end, and I know that he was a big part of that.
Duel number 2.
Getting a great victory out there today certainly was good for that team to get up on the right foot. We're going to be right back as we get you ready for duel number 2. We're going to have a little fun. Head back out to the track. Stick around.
Duel number 2. I am going to take. Nobody really has a big numbers advantage for teammates and manufacturers here. Let's go Bubba. Bubba Wallace for duel number 2. He's been fast all week. And I know he can run here because he finished second in the Daytona 500. He finished like second in a dual race. He always runs up front at Daytona and Talladega. Remember, he was taking the lead at Daytona last summer, and he got wrecked by Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano. He was leading late at Talladega in the fall. So, yeah, I'll go Bubba. They've got the speed. There's only 3 Toyotas in this race, but they'll probably make an alliance with the Hendrick guys. Although I don't know how hard Byron's going to bother to race because he's on the front row. But yeah, I'll say Bubba. I'll go out on a limb. And it would really piss the Boomers off, so I'm kind of cheering for that to happen. I can't believe as soon as Bubba, like he was first in qualifying last night for a little bit, because we knew they were going to be fast because it's a 5th Gibbs car. Sure enough, get on social media. Oh, it's rigged. Look at that. They're just rigging it for him. They're rigging it for him. And it's like, he's in a fucking Gibbs car. Of course it's fast. There's literally nothing suspicious about it. It's a Gibbs car. It's Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin. No, it's a Gibbs car. We all know it's a Gibbs car. Michael Jordan might help pay for it, but it's a Gibbs car. Joey Gase to the rear, unapproved adjustments. Well, he was already in the rear. Gotta agree with David Land. He said, I'm sorry, but it's kind of a crap rule that Ty Dillon can be the first non-locked-in car to cross the line and not make the race. Yeah, pretty fucking lame. And apparently I'm not the only one that's confused. It's like, wait a minute. I thought Priest was in on time, but because he finishes ahead of everybody else, it knocks Ty Dillon out and Cindric gets in? Like, what? Denny Hamlin not happy with Christopher Bell. We could have wrecked, Hamlin said on the radio. Well, yeah, that could happen.
Dual watch. All right, here it is.
At Daytona.
It's the roulette. We got so many cool things in the studio. We are going to spin the roulette wheel, and it's going to land on a driver, and these guys are going to talk about that driver and chances coming up. So let's spin the wheel. We didn't even have to, like, spin it. Like,
Did his
the
own
Wheel of
song.
Fortune.
Yeah.
He did his own thing. Larry, you go first. Let's see who pops up for us on this roulette wheel.
Bubba Wallace. Yeah, we spoke about him in the pre-race show. Fastest in practice yesterday. He's going to start on the outside of the front row. He has never finished worse than 6th in a dual race, but like I said earlier, take what that car will give you. Keep it out of trouble. Don't put your team behind an 8-ball.
I can just envision Michael Jordan sitting back.
I hate to say it, but I never thought I'd be so upset for Ty Dillon.
Bubba Wallace on the front row of the duel. All right, Bobby, you're up. Let's see where the wheel lands for you.
Martin, no.
I feel bad for Ty Dillon. Somebody help me. I feel bad for a Dillon boy.
Second duel is, Brad. I think about what Denny did. When Brad is that type of racer, restrictor plate racer or plate racer, that he comes down there and people are going to go with him because he's so fast. So that's always a big deal, and that's going to be good for him. But you know what? He has not won the Daytona 500 yet. He has 5 wins at Talladega. But that doesn't, he's still shut out on the 500, so he's got to find some magic here. And, maybe it'll be today, and for the 500, you never know.
Your watch and one Hall of Famer on the show.
I hope the weather continues to cooperate for the time being.
However, is even better. So let's go back out to the track. Say hello
Look at that goofy-ass smile Jeff Gordon has.
Roulette wheel here, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I love the roulette wheel. Let's spin that wheel.
23 black, right, Jeff? 23 black? Let's spin it. Here we go. 24, yeah, right.
Well, they're really fucking happy with these green screen graphics, aren't they?
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I feel terrible for Ty Dillon. It's complete bullshit, man. This whole stupid-ass process to determine who gets to make the race and who doesn't. It's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's stupid that Ty Dillon's not in the race. That's why I was confused. Like, wait, he's out? Like, he's got no chance? He's out? We knew this was probably going to happen with at least one car. We knew that, like, one deserving guy would probably get knocked out. At least. Probably 2. I don't know. I'm not thrilled about it.
So, don't know if he's going to get that done tonight, but I think he's got a great chance at the Daytona 500 on Sunday.
Thanks, Jeff. Everyone at the
Is it raining already?
Right now, just put everything on
I can't even tell if that's just like the dirty window behind Jeff or if it's raining.
Man fell face first in a stat book this morning. Did you hear those numbers?
Did he steal your stat book, Larry? Is Larry not sending you stat?
Larry, you know.
Yeah, we're going to have to give him some McNuggets. All right, thanks, Jeff. We'll see you at duel number 2. And we'll see
Oh, no, it's not raining yet.
Number 2. He is starting on the front row. Bubba Wallace, take a look.
Oh, wait. Joe Gibbs Racing just tweeted it's starting to rain. Teams are covering up the cars because the rain's here, guys. It's raining. Bob Pockris, Joe Gibbs Racing, and that NASCAR weather dude. No lightning, but it is raining. Windy and rainy now, they said. They said the wind's picking up and it's starting to rain. Sadness. Very sad. They come up commercial, I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll give you something to listen to. I'll wait till they come back. How about next year we just say, hey, wherever you finish in the duel, you start to, like, that's who makes Daytona 500. Highest finishing open car in duels. I don't mind going back to qualifying speed, I guess. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I feel like Ty Dillon just got completely shit on. And I don't agree with it. And Ryan Newman's car really does look like Mark Martin's Viagra car, doesn't it? From a distance, like you glance at Ryan Newman's car, it looks like Mark Martin. Viagra. I hope this race gets rained out in a fucking hurry and they postpone it so I can go to bed. But then again, if I'm up late watching this, I ain't working tomorrow. Fuck them anyway. I'll see them Monday. I'm all about wearing a mask and all that and the socially distanced thing, but that little bit of glass between Boyer, Mike Joy, and Jeff Gordon, is that really doing anything? First of all, Boyer and Mike are taller than the glass, and they're constantly looking over at each other and talking. I don't think that glass divider is doing a fucking thing. But it's good to see announcers back at the racetrack. We saw that at the end of the year. NBC had Dale Jr. and the guys at the racetrack. Truck Series season preview, the favorites. Same as last year, I think. I don't see. Well, John, you got to throw John Hunter Nemechek back into the mix. He's driving for Kyle Busch. It's an interesting truck field for tomorrow. I hope they get qualifying in tomorrow.
Out at Daytona. We just wrapped up duel number 1.
And it's raining.
Gets the victory.
Congratulations, it's raining.
Who, of course, was on the call.
I'll be right back. Gotta go to the bathroom.
The show isn't a show without a guy named Clint Boyer. So why don't we go back out to the track, say hello to Clint. Hey, Clint, I know that you were watching the race day show, and we came up with the term Boyerisms. I wrote down 2 of them from the race.
Already?
I did. Listen, man, I listen to everything that you say, and I am ready for it. So one of them, you went like, oh, no. That was a Boyerism. Can we get it?
Yeah. That would be when the Pulsar's engine blew up. That's the problem.
That is exactly what it was. That's the fun game we could play. We could ask Clint when he said the word that he said. Yeah. The other one was, that's how it goes in NASCAR. 1 in victory lane and 1 on the hook.
Oh, yeah. That was a problem. I would hate to own cars in Daytona.
Clint, I know you're having such a fun time getting this season started. You have got to tell me about this interview that you did with Kyle Busch and a horse.
Yes, this was an interesting one. So this was my first interview with Kyle Busch. It was fun to have him at my farm, and I'm not a sit-down interview guy, right? So the Cowboys were out, just so happened to be working cattle that day. I said, hey, I tell you what, bring me a couple of horses, because hey, I don't ride horses either. So
they measured the glass for Jeff Gordon.
Do this on horseback, make it awkward for Kyle, but he was a true
Robert, I just looked at I just looked at Twitter. It's raining. People at the track are like, yeah, it's raining.
It was handed to him, given to him by the 2 kids out there beating on each other in the last corner, but he's off to the races. New crew chief, Ben Bayshore. He's my guy this year. Watch out.
Yeah, you guys aren't superstitious, right? I mean, like, you don't think that you're a good luck charm for him, do you? Because you might have to hang out with him every week now.
Yes, we're competitors. All competitors are superstitious. I guarantee you that. But, man, I had no idea what was going to happen. I was like, oh, dude, I mean, this is the joke. You gonna sell luck, get on there? And he did.
Thorsport going back to Toyota? Well, you got to go where the money is.
I was like, hey, he goes, man, I rode a horse before, so let me guess on a
Gotta
beach
go where the money is.
Sunset, he goes,
Guys, I've discovered the cure for COVID. It's stand next to each other with a thin piece of glass between you
More of what we just
that doesn't cover your face.
A lot of action, but I see the experience in this duel number 2. A lot of heavy hitters of our sport are in this one.
Yeah, Gaunt Brothers Racing, 2 years in a row, they missed the Daytona 500 on some bullshit.
First one's quiet, second one, look out.
Hey, Clint, I know it was a tough loss for your Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's try to be positive. Let's be happy that Daniel Suarez is locked in after that shit last year. Sure, Suarez felt great coming to Daytona this year.
Listen, you only had to go from Tampa Bay to Daytona. This man right here, when Alabama lost the national championship, had to fly home from San Francisco.
Make Boyer wear creamsicle orange on Sunday. He's got to wear a creamsicle orange suit.
Well, trust me, when you're in Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl, which, by the way, I will say was pretty cool to watch those guys win. And finally, you got to see Tom Brady be a normal person. He was a little bit different than the normal Tom Brady that we see in that celebration.
Rain started at 8:25. It says on the leaderboard thingy. As soon as they lose the track, I'm getting off here, and we'll be back when the race is ready, because I'm too goddamn tired tonight to sit here and talk through rain delay coverage. I don't have a video game plan to play, so I'm trying to keep an eye on Twitter, because on TV they're not going to tell you. They want to have you stay on and keep watching until it's absolutely fucked that they're not going to race.
We're going to go back out to the racetrack. Jamie Little is standing by with Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick will roll off third for duel number 2. Another race under the lights. I know you're not a huge
They've got the
fan
jet
of
dryers
racing at
out.
night, Kevin, but what can you take away from what you just saw tonight so far?
Yeah, well, that was a really good race. I think obviously, you know, I think it's great to see SHR win the race. Congratulations to Eric, and I got to sit in my motorhome and listen to Goob talk, you know, for his second day on TV. So that was.
Shout out to Bob Pockris for telling us that it's raining when Fox Sports will not even acknowledge that it's raining because they want you to keep watching.
Our Busch Light Ford Mustang is go out and race hard and see what we have to do to our car to be better for Sunday.
Thanks so much, Jamie. 10 Fords and Duel 2. We saw them really hook up and work well together as if that's a
Parker says he expects at least another 20 to 45 minutes of rain.
Yeah, I mean, Harvick was strong a year ago. He just got shuffled out there on the last lap in that dual race. But, you know, he's got his teammate, Chase Briscoe, making his very first Cup start this weekend. Then we talked
Bob Parker says it's raining all the way around the track, but the track does have a decent amount of heat in it. It's too early to know how long of a delay this will be.
Pretty good with this one with the Ford Camp.
Yeah, and like you said, Almirola, you know, won. His teammate won.
I'm doing my best to find updates for us. Minute by minute updates. Thank you, Bob Parker.
Last Tuesday. So yeah, you know, Kevin Harvick's a great plate racer, a super speedway racer. So, you know, I look for big things out of him. And again, he's in a Ford. He's got those guys have already shown that. And, you know, he's pretty sharp. So he's won the races before at Daytona, so he'll know how to do it again.
And Tony Stewart is in the booth for the Xfinity Series race this weekend.
Xfinity race will be fun Saturday. Well, if it ever happens. I forget it's going to rain all weekend.
Stewart, yeah. That should be fun.
That's all I can say.
Yes, the Daytona 500, let's remind you, is your chance to win $25,000 with the Fox Bet Super 6 app. It is so easy, folks. Just
Some girl wants to change the Pledge of Allegiance.
Position of 6 drivers by Sunday at 2:30.
Does she want to take out that stupid ass one nation under God bullshit? I only say stupid because it's kind of hypocritical to our Constitution. Separation of church and state, but then we make motherfuckers stand up in school and say one nation under God. It's like, okay. Maybe for you, because you can believe what you want, but I got so many mean looks in high school and scolded by a teacher or two because I wouldn't stand up for the pledge because most of the time I was just too tired and couldn't be bothered. I'd be like in my desk half asleep. They start doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm like, oh, fucking whatever. And I'd sit in my chair. I could see taking that out. But if people want to say it with that in it, they have the right. How about we all just, like, believe in what we want? How about that? Let's keep things simple. Everybody can believe what they want to believe. And I'm trying to figure out just what in the hell NASCAR's plan is going to be here when this race gets delayed. Are they going to make us wait all night? What did high school Dale look like? Maybe I can show you. I don't know. I don't know of a way to do it. Oh, no, I don't have any high school pictures. Well, no, I got pictures from, like, Facebook, but I don't think I look that different now. I'm just, like, really fit and in shape compared to how I used to be. I'm only about 70 pounds lighter than I was in high school. Feels good, sirs. I was a late bloomer. Women didn't start paying attention to me till like senior year. But in senior year, I absolutely looked my worst. I was fucking disgusting. I was like 270 pounds. Not even like a fat 270, just like bloated in the face and really out of shape. Now I'm like 198. And all that matters to me is that my face doesn't look like a whale anymore. I've always had the long hair. I've had that on and off since like 6th grade. My last real haircut was in 7th grade, I think. I want to say it's when my last haircut was. 7th grade. I've obviously had my hair trimmed and shit. So, oh boy, it's raining like a motherfucker.
In the Race Hub Studios, take a look at this.
It is Florida.
Yeah, it is Florida.
Well, guys,
Right. Well, we've got the coverage
that's
of the
depressing.
Rain is coming down. Hey, the bright side is that we got duel number 1 in. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. So now we have something to look forward to. Hey, millions of kids
So, guys, I tell you what. I am going to stop the stream and take a break. It could be later tonight. It could be probably tomorrow, looking at the weather. Optimistically, it's going to be tomorrow. But I'm going to get off here. And when it's time for duel race number 2, we will be back. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Duel race 1 was fun, I guess. I'm glad Logano didn't win, even though it's ultimately a meaningless race. But it is pissing rain at Daytona. They've lost the track. We're going to be here a while. They're showing an interview with Well, let's listen to this Hamlin interview before I go.
Looked like maybe a little bit of fuel issue.
Yeah, I didn't get fuel full. I did everything I wanted. I let the Fords pit, and I knew I was going to beat everyone off pit road. I had too big of a lead, and then didn't have any.
Denny Hamlin's 40.
Speed, everyone went by us, and then worked it right where when the Chevys were coming, I was able to jump up there and then put myself in the fourth, and then. I was really where I wanted to be. Got a run on the 20, kind of got pinched there, and then ran out on the back. So I really liked where I was at and going into turn 1 last lap. Just we cut too close on fuel.
Going for 3 in a row on Sunday. Good luck, Danny.
Well, that was Denny Hamlin, and that's the stream for now. I will be back when it's time for duel race number 2, whether it be late tonight or tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it's late tonight. I wouldn't mind if it was late tonight. I want to stay up late and just not go to work. So I'll see you guys later. I hate the awkward goodbyes, but goodbye.